Well, good afternoon. I'm in the parking lot of Dollar Tree. I just went and stocked up on 12 of these containers, so all the open cereals, which we now have at the moment 9 boxes, are going in here and in the cabinet. So it's really late already, 6:34, and Paulie's had my car. Look at the mess he's made my car. I told him when his car is repaired, he has to take my car and have it detailed before he gives it back to me. Yuck. So I have bags and bags of these. I'll show you how they look when I am done with my organization for the lower cabinet in the kitchen. I hate open boxes of cereal, and I think I'm going to also do the same thing for my various rices that are open, and lentils and all of those things, quinoa, and everything that has been opened will go in a container like this. I'll label it, aim it this way so it sits side by side, put a label on. I'll also put a label on the bottom of if it's an item that needs specific cooking instructions. So yeah, stay tuned, I'll show you the next step. I went into the store, it was sunny and bright. I come out and it's gloomy and about to downpour. So perfect timing, I'm 3 minutes away from home. Alrighty, so I've unpacked everything that I got at Dollar Tree. I got 12 of these Sure Fresh Professional containers. They're 6.7 cups or 54 fluid ounces, 1600 ml. They have a snap lid and then a pour spout, which I'm thinking will be helpful. And they're a little stuck when you first open them. And of course I'm doing this with my left hand. There you go. So it looks like it's a nice seal, which should keep cereals and dry goods nice and fresh. I also picked up these containers, and they're clear plastic jars that nest really nicely next to each other. There's no wasted space. And these are, I think, 38 fluid ounces. Yeah, and they're not microwave safe, but they are recyclable because they're number 1. So I'm going to put things like leftover quinoa, like I have. Hold on, let me grab my little quinoa container that I have them in now. So it'll just be easier if I put it in one of those, because this is for leftovers, not for food leftovers, not for packaged goods leftovers. I also picked up these 3 bins that were $1 each to put in the mudroom for loose things like we have dried mushrooms in packaging, and we have grates on the shelf, and they often fall through, so I'm going to organize that. And I picked up a couple of bags, these snack bags, a pack of 60, and just a bag. I was looking for the giant ones, but our store is much smaller than the one we usually go to, and they didn't have the ones where 12 by 12 paper fits in. Then I also picked up a new towel brush for the bathroom, a blind cleaner, which I had never seen before, and those pop off and they're washable, so you can get 3 cleaned at the same time. And I picked up an over-the-door hook for my studio/office, so I can hang my computer bag, my laptop bag in there on that, because it has a tendency to kind of disappear, and when I do have to run into the office for whatever reason, I'd like to have it readily available. So I'm just going to hang this on facing the outside of my door, because my office door is always open. Then I picked up this air freshener for the car, and it's an orange scent. And when I went to open it, because I was going to leave it in my car, look, it's already dehydrated. So I am going to return that, because I don't want to. It's $1. Then I picked up a cute little t-shirt from Wishy with little paw prints in bling, and they don't go through all the way on the back, so they won't irritate her, and it's in medium, so it'll be nice and roomy on her, right, Mosey? And then for Polly, I picked up a new grill brush, a pair of tongs, and a pair of what are they called? Yeah, 2 different kinds of tongs. Spring tongs and the scissor handle tongs. And there's Mosey, and I've already got all my garbage ready to go outside. I got 1 egg from the coop, which I have to put away, and then I will start transferring the open cereals and rices into these containers and labeling them. Here, I'll pan over and show you how many we have sitting on the counter, and I hate that. That means anytime I need to use any equipment that's on the counter, I have to move everything out of the way, and what a colossal pain in the tushy that is. So I'm hoping this will be a solution, because I will free up the bottom shelf in that cabinet to put all the dry goods that I have been opened in there. And I think Moses needs to go out, and I need a giant seltzer, and then I'll start working on that. Alright, be back in a bit. This is much better than 6 boxes, or actually this is 4 boxes, because these two are 1, 3, 4, 5 boxes, and 1 is still not open. So that's nice and organized. I just ripped off the description lip before, because I already threw them in the recycler before I go and make the labels, and this funnel worked out really nicely for these little jars. So I have my sushi rice, arborio, and quinoa, and I also have red lentils and grits that I could put in the other 2. And I definitely like these to store like half open containers. I'm going to add a full container of basmati rice, because I have it in a big bag like this. So I'm gonna fill one up and have that in the cabinet as well, so that'll be helpful. And then I have some extras for whatever I need. See, look, boxes are gone. Now I just have to put away the rest of the stuff, and probably got some bananas today. Oh, I just saw another box of cereal, but I think it's still closed. So that's good. So I'm really liking those. That might work out very nicely for organizing the cabinets. So, and this green thing is definitely going into the mudroom. I may or may not finish this tonight, but hey, it's a work in progress, right? So I'm gonna go make myself a nice seltzer, because I am one thirsty girl. Oh, and you wanna see? Sleeping chickies. I don't know why they covered up their food container, but they're drinking out a little water bottle and resting. Because, you know, it's a rough life of eating, drinking, sunning themselves under a lamp. Oh, they're cute. Okay, off to get my labeler, because I got everything in the containers that I have open packages of. I'm sure I'll find more once I start rearranging the cabinet, but that just means I'll keep track in my wallet, my file effects, how many more of these containers I need. They also had blue lids, and these only came in these particular lids, but that's fine. I kind of wish the bins were clear, but you know, for $1 I can't be so choosy, because if you go to the Container Store, and unfortunately I don't have a Container Store physically in our neck of the woods, I just know what's available online, I probably would have spent 4 or 5 times as much, 3 or 4 times as much. My entire shopping trip, including all the other cleaning supplies that I picked up, cost me $31, including tax. 31 with change, including tax. So that was really good. So 12 of these containers, 5 of these, the 3 bins. That's really affordable. So I'm gonna see how this works out for us, because the half-open packages, and you go to grab one, and somebody didn't quite reseal the resealable container. You can hear them, the chicks drinking from their thing. It's a pet peeve of mine, particularly when somebody chooses to put it on in a cabinet upside down, which has happened before. So I go to lift it, and it all falls on the floor. So whatever product I had that I had intended to use is wasted, and then there's also cleanup. So I'm trying to avoid all of that. So yeah, I think this will work out quite nicely. I'm happy with that. Alright, so I have created some labels. I think I forgot my arborio rice, which is that one. That's arborio, which is short grain Italian used for risotto. And there's my sushi rice, which is also short grain, but it doesn't have the same starch content. Red lentils. So let me label them, and then I'll show you what they look like all together. Now I'm going to label all the jars sitting next to each other in a row. So I put the label in the same spot across the board. The chicks are making all sorts of noise tonight. I have no idea what this is, like a chicken conference or what's going on over there. But they're just kind of walking around and chit-chatting. And the only reason I'm going to line them up before as I place labels is because I'm a slightly tiny little bit OCD, and if they're off either in their placement vertically or if they're tilted and they're not level, that will drive me, it will bother me. It's not like it's going to drive me nuts, but it will bother me enough that I will redo it. So let me show you what it looks like with the labels on. Well, that's done, and that did take a little longer only because I'm so particular about placement. I think they're pretty good. And now I'm going to tackle the cereal containers, which I have, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7, 6, and 1 basmati rice. So I have the basmati rice all ready to go, and then the rest of the cereals. And that's the containers that I have the cereal in. Now they have a slight tilt. That's the pouring spout. Let's see if I can open that with one hand. Yep. So, and that's the one that has a basmati rice. And it does have an easy pull-up tab, so you can open it easy. One tall side of this container is smooth like the rest of it, and one has a little bit of a oh my gosh, the word just totally popped out of my head. Anyway, I decided to put that side out. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I think it's getting late, that's why. So I'm going to put the labels across here, maybe right at the very top right here, because that will help me align it to kind of center in between. That way I won't have too much else to line it up to. There's smaller space. So I'm going to put the basmati rice there. I think that will fit together like that. And then the rest of the cereals, and I'll show you that in a sec. Done. So the brain fart I was having earlier is that there's frosting on, it's frosted plastic, and it's actually on both edges, both ends. One of them has a little notch, so I've put the labels on the non-notched side. Yeah, there you go. So basmati rice, Raisin Bran, honey wheat puffs, corn pops, and Rice Krispies. So that is done for now, and I have a couple of the Raisin Bran and the corn pops. So I'll put the container that has less in it towards the front and the full ones towards the back, and organize it that way in the cabinet. But the cabinet portion is going to have to wait until tomorrow because I have to empty it. In the meantime, they're going to go on the counter next to all of my baked goods jars, and I'm gonna call it a night. As a matter of fact, I might go take a nice long bath. So that's it for me for today. I tried to keep it kind of smaller and more concise, but at least show your project. I'm tackling spring cleaning projects just a little bit at a time. It obviously will take me longer, or it may very well take me longer than just the spring, but that's okay because at least I'm tackling the projects, and once this is done, it will be much easier to maintain and upkeep, even for my wayward husband who is a piggly wiggly. So, and this way he'll just get into the habit of, once he opens a cereal box, there's some extras that are all nestled in together with the lids inside the very top one. So now there's 6 more, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7. So there's 5 more that he could use in case he brings in any more cereal. He's all set on cereal for now, and this is actually going to be very helpful because this one, when he opens a cabinet door, he'll see, oh, I have Raisin Bran, honey wheat puffs, and corn pops and Rice Krispies. I don't need any of those. And it'll help me because I can refill the items that I have in bulk, like this basmati rice. I also have a brown basmati rice, and I have a brown rice that I refill from a Ziploc bag, you know, those big bags that sits in our pantry, and I can have this in the kitchen. So as this is running low, I'll just refill it, and that will keep me on track, and I won't have to keep the big containers in the kitchen because that's always waste of space when I have so little of it. So that's going to be it for me for today. Thank you so much for stopping by and keeping me company. Sorry we didn't go to tag sales today because it was raining, and it may rain tomorrow morning as well, but we'll see. If it's better and we're able to go out, I will definitely take you along. If not, there'll be more, you know, house stuff that I will try to tackle. Maybe I'll do the cabinet tomorrow, since I have all of these taken care of. And I think I might pick up a few more of the jars that I showed previously, the ones with the screw top lids, because I found a couple more things that I could put away. Like I have, not risotto. Oh, yeah, I'm having brain farts all over. It's really late. I need to wrap it up and go to bed. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up. It's free for you and it helps me out. And I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everyone.